Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to Tìandtarot. This is today's reading all about your next soulmate. And this is a pick-a-pile reading, and if you don't know how pick-a-pile readings work, I will get into that now. So you basically choose a pile based on which one you feel most intuitively drawn to. This can be based on the energy of the card, or based off of the number of the pile, or the object or crystal that is on top. And today I am using flowers, dried flowers. So I will go over the dried flowers we have for you. So on pile 1, we have some Pampas grass. For pile 2, we have a bunny tail. For pile 3, we have some ruscus. And for pile 4, we have a massive fluffy piece of Pampas grass again. I don't know if it's going to focus. Yes, it focused. Okay, so once you have picked your pile, please go down into the description box below where there will be a timestamp to your reading, and I will see you there. Bye. Okay, hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Pampas grass, which I will leave here. And let's get into your soulmate. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. So you have the King of Summer and the Knight of Cups. This is crazy. Okay, so your next soulmate is, I feel like, genuinely the love of your life. This is a incredibly loving person, incredibly passionate. They are obsessed with you, but in like a positive way, not in a toxic way. And they are incredibly important to you, very valuable. You will love them straight away. Especially with the Knight card, they come in strong. Like, they come in fast for you. Like, they are very focused on getting you. Like, they see you and immediately, like, they know you're the one. And I think that this is a really emotionally fulfilled person. I'd definitely say there's room for growth in terms of their emotions. I feel like while they are great, they can maybe be like, not too immature, but just like a little bit immature. Like, there's definitely, sometimes they might genuinely be like jealous or upset or whatever, but they wouldn't for a second let that ruin the way they communicate with you, because they are very progressive with their emotions. But there is just room for growth, so they can still feel those emotions, whereas I feel like people at like the height of their emotional growth just don't really feel like jealousy or anything like that. But this person definitely does, 100%. And they still communicate well, but they definitely feel jealousy and envy when other people show interest in you. But they love you so unconditionally and so fully and completely. This is a really lovely person. I think regardless of what type of person you're attracted to, I do think this person has quite a light, positive, flamboyant energy. And I also think that they may have brown eyes and brown hair, or brown eyes and black hair, but the brown of their eyes is very, very dark. And I do feel like this person is like, if they are a man, they're probably quite muscly. And if they're a woman, I would say curvy. I think they're quite adventurous, sporty, outgoing. They love the outdoors. They have a lot of outdoorsy hobbies. So a lot of like sportsy hobbies, like rock climbing, sailing, surfing, things like bodyboarding, things like that. I feel like they're from a hot climate, because this is just like with the sun here and then like the sea here. They're from like a warm, sunny place. Definitely, I would not say they're from like the UK, because it feels too, the weather feels too nice. Okay, so let's see the connection between the two of you. Okay, so you had Illuminate in reverse. So I don't feel like you guys are here as like karmic partners that are supposed to highlight issues that maybe you have that you haven't addressed yet. I don't feel that at all. I feel like you're genuinely here to be in love, and to enjoy each other's company. You're not really here to like fix each other or like, you know, do anything like that. You can grow together and that's really beautiful, but you are both really well-rounded, adjusted people, so you don't really need to do much more of that inner work. You've kind of like achieved it already. Okay, and then I wanted to see what their most kind of like common traits are. So what are 3 of the most common personality traits of your partner? Graceful persistence. Yeah, I definitely, as I said before, they come in like real hot, straight away, real fast for this connection. So they will persist you with like graceful kind of like energy. They're very like relentless, but not in an overbearing way. It's in a way you appreciate. Oh my gosh, you also have romance, which, you know, means that they are very romantic. Like, that's just their personality type. It is just who they are. And then in reverse, you also had adaptability. So they might struggle with adaptability. They might be kind of used to their kind of way of doing things in their environment. So maybe, like, for example, if you're like an introvert and they're used to going out and sailing and stuff, it might be hard for them to adjust to staying in sometimes and just like watching a movie. But it could also be that they have a hard time adjusting to the fact that like you aren't just for them. Like, other people are gonna see you and other people are gonna fancy you, and they might have a hard time dealing with that. Not that for any moment they would, you know, make that your problem, because it's not your problem, and don't let them make it your problem, because it's not. But I just think they have a hard time adjusting to these emotions, these really strong emotions that they have, and learning how to navigate around them, because usually I would say they're a very emotionally cool person, and so to all of a sudden have these strong feelings for somebody else and feel kind of powerless to that person is a lot to adjust to, and they might have a hard time adapting to that. And then I did want to see if actually I don't want those cards, I want these ones. I wanted to see if they have like, if there's a star sign that's like prominent that we need to know about, or their kind of mantra that they kind of say to themselves, or their most prominent kind of like thought mindset. Let's see. So I find wisdom and maturity through spiritual growth. We have number 3, healing, abundance, growth, throat, third eye, and crown. And we have Taurus. So they could be a Taurus, which is very adventurous. So that would make sense with like the kind of hobbies that they're into. But they could also be quite a spiritual person. I feel like more spiritual in terms of like into tarot readings and things, as opposed to religious spiritual. I feel like they are working on their communication and they're kind of trusting their intuition and their like intelligence and believing in themselves. They are growing as like a mature and wise person, and they put effort into that. So if, for example, with their intense emotions, they put effort into making sure that they don't let that make them act immaturely, you know. And then I also wanted to see with the dice, when I can find them, if there's any like star signs or planets to give us more insight into who they are. Okay, so you have the 12th house, Pisces. So they could be a Pisces, like a water sign. So there's a lot of like water and earth energy here. They're very emotional, as I said before. I was getting that quite strongly. And then with the 12th house, this is all about, you know, again, Pisces. They could very strongly be a Pisces. But this is like the house of kind of action, reflecting on the self. So I definitely think they're working on themselves. They will pursue you. I don't think it's the other way around at all. They're quite mysterious. Like, I feel like they're a mysterious kind of like intriguing person when you meet them, and there's still a lot to learn about them. Even when you think you know them, there's still more to kind of learn. They kind of they're confronting their coping mechanisms, their strengths, their weaknesses, and things like that kind of maybe they don't like about themselves. So I'd say that's kind of something they're working on, is their inner self. Yeah. Then I wanted to see what kind of like facial body features they have that could make you recognize them. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. And a couple from this pile as well. Okay. So you have green blue eyes for some of you. Again, grey blue eyes. For some of you, like, obviously this is a different person for all of you, so only some of these features will apply. Natural eyebrows. That basically means they don't, pluck or draw them on or anything like that. That's essentially what that means. Then you have thick brows. Maybe that's what you like about them. Very Taurus eyebrows, rounded teeth, as opposed to like pointed or square teeth. Bedroom eyes. They have very attractive eyes. And sparse brows as well for some of you. Okay. Then over here we have a light brown skin tone. We have smells like cinnamon. So maybe they're like soap has cinnamon in it, or shampoo or something. A middle part in their hair. They appear to be judgmental. They just, how people have a resting face? They have a resting judgmental face. Soft skin. Smells like coconut. They could use like coconut oil as a moisturizer. Oh gosh, there's so many. A lot came out for you guys. Clear skin. Understanding. So they're a very like compassionate, understanding person. Hourglass figure. Soft hair. Thin fingers. These are kind of all the things you notice about them. Sun-kissed. Average height. Firm skin. Weird. They're a weirdo. Bantu knots. And we also have lace front. Okay, so that was your reading today, all about your next soulmate. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. If you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. And if not, I will be leaving you here, and I hope to see you here on Fridays for another reading. Thank you. Bye. Okay, hello pile 2, welcome to your reading all about your next soulmate. You chose the bunny tail, which I'm going to put over here. Let's get into your reading. So you have the 7 of Cups and you also have the 2 of Spring. This is so interesting. Okay, so the 2 of Springs, which is essentially the 2 of Wands, is kind of about a partnership where you both play and work really well together. So you get along in every aspect. You may be two completely different sides of the coin, but together you make one great coin. So, you know, this person may be your complete opposite. I think they are kind of away with the fairies in the clouds, kind of thinking about dreams and possibilities and illusions, and we could achieve anything, and you're a lot more practical and down to earth. And at times, their kind of imaginative energy can be a bad influence on you, because it almost makes you forget about the practical stuff and the realities, and the fact that your goals can be hindered by material, realistic things. They kind of make you dream and hope, and almost to a point where it can't even be a reality anymore. But in a way that's lovely, but also you have to bring the energy of grounding so that you guys can work well together. You can't just like overinvest in one side and not the other, and vice versa. Like, you both need to apply this energy to the relationship, that you're grounding in real energy and their creative and imaginative energy. Also, your energies might be the other way around. You might be the imaginative person and they might be the more realistic person. But this is a really good partnership. While it can be a bad influence if one energy or the other is invested in too much, together, when you both apply 50%, it's a really good energy and you work really well together. And this is kind of a soul connection that leads to really important creative endeavors and work projects. So I think you guys might actually earn money together in some kind of way, on some sort of project, and kind of apply yourself to it. So they might be the ideas person and you might be the more practical executioner of the idea, if that makes sense. Okay, so I wanted to get into the connection between the two of you. What is the connection? Jeez Louise, oh my goodness. Okay, jeez, oh my, okay. So you have two cards. You have gratitude, and you also have intuition. Yeah, I feel like this is you guys. Like, you're kind of like the other side of that person, the complete opposite of them, but together you just create this really cute, peaceful, calm energy. I think you guys are really grateful to have one another. You're grateful that they kind of inspire you to go after what you want, and they're really grateful that you help to actually put their manifestations into reality, because without you they would never come down from the clouds, you know. And I think you guys work really intuitively well together. You go off of each other's energy. You have this really great psychic connection where you kind of just know what the other one's feeling. You can just give each other a look in like a room of people, and immediately you know if like you want to go, or how they're feeling, or what they're thinking. And they kind of give you looks sometimes that just make you laugh, because you know what they're trying to say but like can't say out loud. And you just have this really great like psychic connection almost. You're a really intuitive, in tuned, in synced couple. Despite the fact you guys are so different, you really connect because of that. You complement each other. It's not like differences that are incompatible, it's differences that complete the other one, if that makes sense. And I wanted to know if they had any significant star sign or mantra and thought process that is worth noting. Okay, so you have golden tiger's eye. I am filled with warmth, light, and vitality of the sun. You have the number 4 and 8, so they could be significant. Protection, creativity, courage, balance, sacral and solar plexus, sacral and third eye. And you also have the zodiac signs Leo and Capricorn. So they could be a Leo, could be a Capricorn. They could also be a water sign like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because of I've got like a lot of water sign energy over here. But I think this is someone who is just like the life and soul of every party, family, group dynamic. They are just the bubbly, lovely one that everyone's always like, oh my god, their smile lights up the room. Like, this person, when they come into a room, they are the warmth, the light, the energy of that thing. I think they can be very protective, and I think you can feel very protective over them because you just think they're this precious kind of like innocent energy that needs protection. But they are very protective over you. They're a very creative person, super courageous, and I think you really help to balance them out. And I think they're working on kind of their intimacy. I think that's kind of like something they're good at, but also they need to learn to like communicate a bit better in that area as well. And with the third eye, I just feel like you guys are really connected. So what are 3 of the most prominent personality traits of this person? You had innocence but in reverse. Okay. And you also have stagnation. And then what is the 3rd personality trait? That is this one. So you have loyalty in reverse. I feel like this person really abandons projects and ideas so quickly, and I think that's why you're kind of here, if that makes sense. Like, that's why you play an important role in their life, is because they will have these really great creative ideas that could really go the distance and make something worthwhile, but they just forget about it and move on because they have this kind of stagnant energy where they don't actually know how to manifest those things into a reality. They don't know how to make those into a solid, real, tangible thing. And so you kind of help them stay loyal to a project and actually focus on that project and show them how to turn that stagnant, restless energy into action that actually gets the project done. Like, you really help them create the things that they come up with. You really help them bring it to life. And with innocence in reverse, I laughed because I was feeling like you view them as this very like innocent, perfect, precious, like warm bundle of light. But actually they're pretty like devious and cheeky, and like they kind of give you these like looks that are like sly and like a little bit like loaded with a different type of energy that isn't very innocent, and I just find that really funny, particularly to do with like the sacral chakra is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I also wanted to get into how you might recognize this person, what kind of facial features and things that they might have, so that you might like notice, and like body features and things like that. Okay, actually I'm gonna take like 2 more. Okay. Glass eye, so someone may have a glass eye. Hawk nose, a mustache. By the way, obviously this is a different soulmate for all of you. You can't all have the same soulmate, so only a few of these features will apply, maybe even just one. So just take what resonates. These won't all apply to the same person. Sharp cheekbones, drawn on brows. Maybe they have really good like skills at drawing on their eyebrows. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay. Eye bags. Turned down nose. Weak chin. And thick eyebrows. I feel like you guys low-key bully each other, but like that's your sense of flirting, that's your like sense of humor, is like to kind of pick on each other and like bully each other about your insecurities. Low voice. So that means like regardless of gender, they might have more of a low tone voice. Barreled chest. So that kind of means like curving outward, if that makes sense. Hair plugs. A random shaped birthmark. So this is on their body, not their face. Because if it was on their face, it would have come out in this pile. Again, stretch marks on their body. cellulite, spontaneous. This is a really spontaneous person. Buzz cut, so that could be like their hairstyle. Balanced. That's like the balance between you two. And then chiseled, but it also means like balanced, like features across their body, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that was your reading pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. If you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I will be leaving you here, and I hope to see you here next week for another reading on Fridays. Bye. Okay, hello pile 2, welcome to your reading. Pile 2? Pile 3, sorry, there might be messages for you in pile 2. But hello pile 3, welcome to your reading all about your next soulmate. You chose ruscus, which I'm just going to put here. Now let's get into your cards. Okay. So you have the King of Spring and you also have the Tower. This person is so good at manifesting what they want and getting what they want. Like, they can literally think about what they want and see clearly a path of how to achieve it and how to get there, especially with regards to you. When they see you and they want you, they know what to do. They know how to approach you. With the Tower card, I feel like they've been through it, bitch. Like, they've had a really difficult past. They may have had a lot of tumultuous events that kind of made them the person that they are. It's what made them so determined to get what they want. It's because they didn't have what they wanted in the past, and they were kind of, everything was kind of, the rug was pulled out from under them, if that makes sense. Like, I'm feeling difficult family relationships, difficult family relationships, difficult home life, difficult finances. Maybe they came from like a lower class background and have kind of climbed their way up. I feel like this person has just been through it, basically. But now they've kind of mastered their thoughts, their emotions, their ability to get what they want. They've kind of just, they've made themselves into this really well-rounded, wholesome person, which is really lovely. And I wanted to see if they have any like important star signs, thoughts, like kind of their mantra, if that makes sense. Ooh, when I said that, so many cards came out. I actually don't know if I'm just gonna give you this one. This is the first one that came out, so I feel like this is the one. It says, I am here to flourish. You have the number 9, balance, release, spiritual insight, vision. You have the heart, higher heart, third eye, sacral and third eye. And then you have Scorpio, so they could be a Scorpio. And then you also had these 3 cards. So you had I am balanced and in tune with my emotions, Rainbow Moonstone. Oh, that was Unakite, by the way. Intuition, spiritual guidance, growth, high vibration, inspiration, new beginnings. See, these are all like to do with insight, spirituality, intuition. Like, this person is good at manifesting. Like, they have these like just psychic abilities. Sacral, crown and third eye, Cancer. So they could be a Cancer. You also have green fluorite. My energies are renewed and I feel an abundance of growth. Growth, healing, energizing, cleansing. Heart and third eye, Capricorn and Pisces. Also have the number 2. And then you also have purple fluorite. Healing, energizing, cleansing, intuition, abilities, harmonizes, spiritual energy. Crown, third eye, Capricorn and Pisces again, with 2 7s again. 7's really powerful here. So maybe look into what the number 7 could mean there. But I definitely feel like this card was the one that was meant for this person. I'm here to flourish. Like, they know, they've finally come to terms with the fact that they deserve a place in this world, and they're not willing to kind of sacrifice that. They're not willing to move. People can tell them like no as much as they want, like, you don't belong here, but they know they do, and they are willing to fight for their place in this world. because of the Scorpio energy, and I know we do have Capricorn and Pisces, so I do feel like this is a very emotional person, but with Scorpio, I feel like they might have a tendency to not get along with people. They may have to step on some toes in order to get to where they are. And so they might not get along with a lot of people apart from you. Like, I feel like they really get along with you. They specifically have eyes just for you. I feel like they're a very committed person, and I feel like they don't like other people, but they like you, and they're like, that's the one. I feel like they're a bit jaded from their past, which is why they don't really like a lot of people. But they have focused on you specifically. And then I also wanted to get into the connection between the two of you. So what is the connection? Oh, Jesus. Okay. You know what? There's so many cards coming out for your pile. So you had Manifest in reverse, Reflect, and Purpose. I think with your connection, it might be that they are so used to stepping on toes to get what they want, fighting dirty to get what they want, forcing a place in this world. Like, they're so used to trying to, like, insert themselves into situations that kind of headstrong approach just doesn't really work with you. It might kind of backfire, and that has to make them pause and reflect and realize that they can't manifest everything they want, and they have to realize that they have to go about this in a different way and go about it in a way that's on your terms. And I also feel like you kind of make them question their purpose in the world, because I think they've been fighting for a lot of, I'd say, more material success, like more career, financial, that kind of type of success. And when they meet you, they kind of get this relationship success that makes them think, like, reevaluate what they actually prioritize in this life and how much time they want to actually invest in things like their career as opposed to their personal life. It makes them pause and think. And I wanted to see what their 3 most important personality traits are. What is pile 3's next soulmate's most important personality traits? Okay. All in reverse. Oh my god, these are all the same colours. That's beautiful. Maybe these colours are really relevant. But you have intelligence, boundaries, and protection. They were all in reverse. To me, the fact that these are all in reverse means they're coming in really strong. I don't think it means the opposite of these things. I think they're an incredibly intelligent, protective person who respects your boundaries. I think these are the 3 most important things about them. They don't care how this life changes them, so long as they stay true to these values, which is respecting everybody else's boundaries, being smart, being approaching things in a clever way, and then being protective over people and defending people, standing up for them, and being almost like a voice of reason and a person of justice. So I think they are incredibly protective and really respectful of boundaries. That's what's coming through really clearly here. And I also wanted to roll the astro dice to see if there's any important star signs, planets, things like that we may need to pay attention to. Okay, Sagittarius. This is a very career, ambitious, driven kind of person, for sure. You also have the 8th house and the North Node. So with the North Node, there's something they need to learn, and that's to do with you. It's that they can't just steamroll into things and expect to get what they want. That it's more nuanced than that, They have to actually acknowledge that they can't just approach every aspect of life in the way that they've approached their career. That may work for career and material success, but not for personal success. So there's a lot of that. There's also a lot of mystery around this person. And they definitely have to focus on slowing down and enjoying the journey. That's something they struggle with. They're very fast, like go-getter, let me get to the end and be successful, but they're missing the really important fun journey by doing that. And then the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio. So again, could be a Sag, could be a Scorpio, could be a Capricorn or a Pisces. But we also have the 8th house, which is to do with sacral chakra stuff. So they're really good at that. And that area of your relationship is very fulfilling and satisfying and enjoyable. And you'll find it's a really safe space to communicate in and communicate your needs and what you would like to receive and give and do. And it's just a really open, accepting space to talk about those things. I think your morals and your emotions, everything is just going to align. They're going to be incredibly respectful of your spiritual beliefs, your morals, your emotions, your financial situation, your physical appearance and body. Like, they love everything about you very naturally. Like, they like who you are as you are. They don't want you to change in any kind of way. You're both just really going to help each other transform, to be honest. And then I just wanted some body and like facial things to recognize about them. By the way, obviously you can't all have the same soulmate, so not all of these features will be applicable to your soulmate. Maybe even one of these features will apply. They're not all going to be about the same person because you've all got different soulmates. Okay, so we have flecked eyes, so that basically means when there's like little flecks of different colours in there. A dimpled chin. You have amber brown eyes, no facial hair, straight eyebrows, false lashes, sharp cheekbones, and wide eyes. Then over here for the body, you have a ponytail, so that might be their most preferred kind of hairstyle. Dry skin. You also have kind energy, a birthmark on their body, rough skin, petite, so this might be kind of a small person. Smells like soap, so maybe they're very clean. Beauty marks on their body, thick fingers, rounded, rosy skin, lanky, fried hair, and influential. So they might have a lot of influence in society. As I said, they really worked hard for their career and their financial standing and position, so that could definitely be relevant to all of your soulmates here. Okay, so that was your reading, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as that really helps the channel. If you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I will be leaving you here, and I hope to see you here on Fridays for another reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading all about your next soulmate. You chose the Pampas grass, which I am just going to place over here. Let's get into it. Okay, so this soulmate of yours, first of all, they love to travel. They probably travel regularly. That could be how you meet. Maybe you meet as you're both traveling. But this person has a little bit of an issue with being a bit of a cluttery kind of person. So they are really trying to work on being very minimalist, being able to just pack up and uproot and go and travel, and try and have like a clear space, because they want their space to kind of reflect them internally. So internally, this person is very clear, like there's a lot of clarity here. This person is able to be an incredibly accepting person. They have their set of morals and beliefs that they're not willing to negotiate on, but that doesn't mean that they're closed off from other people's points of views and perspectives. They really try and understand people, understand where they're coming from, even if their perspective and experience of life is different to theirs. They really try to understand where that might be coming from, even if they don't agree with, those beliefs. They definitely try to be understanding. So this is a really well-tempered, well-emotioned, like well-balanced person. They're very emotionally mature, emotionally calm, peaceful, tranquil. As I said, they love to travel. They love their freedom, most importantly. They love to be able to do those things, to not be held back or bound by anything. And that is something that's like really important to them. This person could be quite a colourful person, like in terms of how they dress. Maybe they dye their hair. Maybe their sense of style is just very unique and eye-catching. And I feel like this is a really intuitive person. Like their third eye is just on point. Like they have a very like psychic connection to the world around them. And that's why they're such a peaceful kind of person. So yeah, let's take a look at the connection between the two of you. Okay, so we have Illuminate. So I think this relationship is kind of here to highlight maybe what you've been missing in your life, as well as what the other person could work on. You kind of help each other in that sense. I think they help you realize that you shouldn't feel so controlled by other people's opinions, beliefs, their ideas of things. Because those emotions at the end of the day only serve to hurt you. If you can't move past them, if you feel really angry about other people's opinions, while that's like justified, if the opinion is like not a nice one, at the end of the day, you holding that resentment and harboring that rage only serves to hurt you. So they help you to kind of feel at peace within yourself, and recover from those feelings. And I think they also might help you in terms of like experiencing freedom in the way that they do. They show you their ways, kind of show you the ropes, show you how to get out there and travel, and have fun, and might take you along for the ride. And I think that's the connection between you two. It's a very eye-catching relationship. People take notice of it. You kind of draw the attention of people around you because of the energy you both just exude when you're together. I wanted to see if there was a significant star sign or like mantra that they kind of say. So you have clear quartz. I am a radiant being filled with all frequencies of light. Hello, illuminate, temperance. This really is so relevant. Like someone just being a beacon of light. You have the number 4 here, so this reminds me of Aries because April. But you also have healing, enhancing, amplification, purification, stone of power, all the chakras, and the zodiacs are Leo, Gemini, and Capricorn. So they could be a Leo, Gemini, or Capricorn. And I also feel like with all the chakras, they're just completely well-rounded in every aspect of their life. And I think they have a really healing presence on you. They have like a healing effect, and they really help to improve and enhance your life. And this is really powerful. This mindset and these emotions, that's what makes someone really powerful, in my opinion, is being able to be kind to others and to be balanced and tempered. Like that can free you so much more than anything else can. That's such a freeing mentality to have. So if they can influence you in that way, then that would be so beneficial to you, I think. Okay, now let's get into their 3 most prominent personality traits. Their 3 most prominent personality traits. Inspiration. Straight away with what I said. That they can inspire you. Okay. What are the other 2 most prominent personality traits for pile 4's soulmate or next soulmate? Anticipation. Okay. And then you also have patience in reverse. That's really interesting. I feel like they definitely help to inspire you with this kind of tempered energy that they have, and patience in reverse just comes in strong. I feel like it's just showing that they are just an incredibly patient and sort of like a kind, caring person. They don't rush anybody to get to where they're at. For example, if they feel more emotionally invested in this relationship before you, that's just an if, by the way, they're not gonna like blow up and get upset that you don't feel that way at the same time as them. They're gonna be really patient and just wait for you to, you know, share their feelings, basically. They have like a kind of excitement for life. And they know how to prepare for it. So because they love to travel, they know how to anticipate that and prepare ahead and think, okay, who's going to take care of my pet this week? I'll ask this neighbor to come in and check on them. Then I'm going to put my finances here and I'm going to book this time off work in 2 months' time. You know, they're really good at planning and preparing with those sorts of things. Even though they're a bit of a messy scatterbrain, they are really good at preempting when they want to go and do something. So I think that that's their most kind of important traits, is that they really are an inspiration to you and to others. They're very patient, like really patient, to get what they want or to get to certain places in their life. They're not worried about these kind of milestones and checking them off by a certain point in their life. And they are really good at preempting situations. Then I also wanted to see if there was any important star signs or planets that are relevant here. Okay, so we have the 5th house. We have Aries. I love that. Okay, so Aries is like a very fiery energy, first of all, but it's also like the leader of like all of the kind of signs. So this person, with inspiration, I feel like they're a very influential, like really good leader. They're really good at taking control of situations and delegating and like helping people to realize their potential. Great leaders surround themselves with people whose opinions are worth listening to. So they're going to have a really solid friendship group, really solid family. The people that are in their lives are good people, trustworthy, and it's like a really nice group for you to kind of immerse yourself into, because by association you also get that support. The 5th house is ruled by Leo, so again we've got more of this like kind of fiery energy, and it's a very, we have so many like illumination cards. We had illuminate, we had temperance with the light there, and then we had over here with radiating all frequencies of light. And then with Leo, that's like a sun card, like it's like a sun, bright shining light card, and it's all about like pleasures of life, interests, hobbies. Like this person feels like they're here for the self, they're here to indulge and enjoy in those things. It's also about like fun and entertainment and intimacy is the word I'm going to use. You will enjoy that aspect of this relationship. There's lots of romance in this relationship, and I just feel like this person is all about like family, security, creative expression. Like they definitely love vacations and leisure time, and getting to know you on those trips. Like you're going to spend most of your time traveling and sightseeing and going on adventures. There might be family on the tables here, just because we do have the 5th house. So I feel like it could be a very committed relationship, but again with the 5th house, it could also just be like a little whirlwind kind of experience. And then you also have Venus here. So Venus is all about love, love and attraction, harmony, relationships, being quite sensitive. So I feel like this is a really sensitive person. They really, really are such a loving person, like a great partner, honestly. They fulfill every aspect of a relationship you would want fulfilled. They're very charming, very affectionate. Um, they see the beauty in you, and they are a very beautiful person as well. And they're very harmonious. They're very calm and nice to be around. They're not like difficult, toxic drama. There's none of that. It's very peaceful. Um, they're very in tune with their emotions. They're so intuitive. As I said, they're really like connected psychically, like to the energies around them. I think you guys might have a lot of creative endeavors together, and they try and really bring this kind of beauty and light to your life, and that's really enigmatic about. That's just something that's just so amazing about them. And I did just want to see if they had any like significant personality, facial or like body kind of traits that you notice about them. So I'm gonna pull out some labels as to what their like features could be. And I just want to say, you all have different soulmates, so not all of these will apply to your soulmate. So maybe only one feature applies. So literally just take what resonates, because unfortunately you all can't have the same soulmate. So these will be different features for each of your kind of persons. Dimpled chin, straight nose, underbite, thin brows, sparse brows, pointed nose, trimmed brows, lots of emphasis on the brows here, evenly proportioned in terms of like their face, straight eyebrows, oh my god, the eyebrows are coming in strong, sculpted face, a bulbous nose, pointed teeth. That's like as opposed to rounded or square, it's more like canine like, elongated face, dark brows, oh my goodness, you must have had all the brow ones in here, and widow's peak. And then on the body side we have smells like shea butter, maybe they use that. Introverted extrovert, so while they indulge in extrovert activities, they're much more of an introvert. Oily complexion, spontaneous, strapping, perfect despite the odds. That means that they literally have perfect skin despite the fact that they like do not take care of themselves. They've got like a perfect body despite the fact that they don't take care of themselves. It's like envious, honestly. Things just work out for them. They have no hair parting. They could be blonde. They could be more of a follower as opposed to a leader. Beauty marks. Routine. They like routine. Box braids. That could be their hairstyle. Smells like coconut. Clear skin. Hourglass figure. Homebody. So they prefer to be at home. Honest. And a high toned voice, so regardless of like gender or anything like that, their voice just happens to be more of a high tone. And intelligent. Okay, so that was your reading pile 4, all about your next soulmate. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you here next week for another reading on Fridays. If you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out down below. If not, I will be leaving you here. So thank you for watching. Bye.